It's my turn, isn't
Henry.
it? I was just
Henry
You were
Reed.
daydreaming
I was
about
daydreaming.
traveling.
I was daydreaming about traveling, and then there was a part of me that said, "Wait, what is this
I'm
place?"
on.
You haven't been here in a week.
Yeah, I was like, "Wait, what am I doing?" All right. It is Travel Tuesday. We're staying local for a staycation.
Travel journalist Justin Walter joining us today, highlighting Marina del Rey. Good to see you.
Great to see you guys. Yeah, Marina del Rey is incredible. There's so much to do there. It's in between Santa Monica and Venice, and 4 miles north of LAX, right in between Manhattan Beach. One of my favorite things to do there is learning how to sail.
Nice.
There's a company called Blue Pacific Yachting that offers lessons for beginners to advanced. They have the most number of vessels, 14 in their fleet, and it's an incredible way to get on the water in Marina del Rey. I took a beginner's course where we went on a 26-foot sailboat, and they teach you everything from learning how to raise the sail to learning how to use the tiller in the back of the boat so you're steering. They teach you safety. They actually take a life vest and throw it off the boat, and then they pretend that that's someone that fell overboard, so then you have to go and pick them up. They teach you how to turn. So it's there's me raising the sail. It's such a good way to get on the water in Marina del Rey and learn how to sail. There's Fisherman's Wharf. And Marina del Rey is so picturesque.
It is.
And the best way to explore it and see it is, in my opinion, on the water, and sailing is an incredible way to do that. That was kind of the beginner course. They also have advanced courses. Here's a beautiful catamaran where they actually took us on this catamaran. That's an advanced course where you would learn actually how to do a 360 turn using the throttles. And for someone who doesn't really know how to sail, that was a little nerve-wracking for me. Because this is an expensive, beautiful, big 40 or 38 foot catamaran, but it was really neat to see kind of going from the beginner course to the advanced, and they offer such a variety of lessons on the water. So I highly recommend checking out Blue Pacific Yachting.
What's the cost of doing something like this?
It depends on if you're going to do a one-day course or a couple-day course. So it's in the couple hundreds of dollars, and it depends on really which course you're going for and how long you're going to go.
Sailing's expensive by nature, so I mean, you kind of know that going in. You answered the question I was going to ask: is can you do a one-day course? And it looks like you can do a one-day course, but that wouldn't really give you certification to go
Right.
out.
Yeah.
And
He's about to ask what I'm about that.
You would need one of those. And I know in Newport Beach, I'm looking into one of those type of situations too, because I would like to sail at some point. But I think with Father's Day coming up or Mother's Day, you know, there are women that like to sail too. This is a great option. Maybe just do one day, kind of test it a little bit.
See if you really like it.
And if you want to get the certification and your sailing certification, you'll do a multiple day course.
So they offer that.
Yes, of course.
Do you actually? I love the marina. I love the marina. Did you actually leave the harbor and go out into the ocean, or they keep you in the harbor?
We chose not to because the swells were high, but you can do that if you want to do that. So we chose to stay in the marina.
For those of you who don't know, staying in the harbor is like keeping your training wheels on.
Yes.
And that's a good, I'd say that in a good way.
Yes.
Before that, like you said, the swells, the waves get too high.
Yes.
Okay, so another spot in Marina del Rey that people should visit, Mother's Beach. Tell us about some of the activities.
So Mother's Beach is a section of beach in Marina del Rey that doesn't have waves. It's not in the Pacific Ocean. I actually kind of view it as almost like a lake where you kind of can do a lot of water sports. One of them that I did was Yogaqua. Have you ever heard of Yogaqua?
That's yoga on the water.
That is yoga on the water. So this is Mother's Beach. To me, it's more like a lake than an ocean. But then Yogaqua is yoga on the water. So here's something very LA. Doing downward dog on a stand-up paddleboard with dogs on your stand-up paddleboard.
Wow.
That is the most LA thing I've seen in a very long time.
How do you keep it from not drifting?
So they actually have an anchor that you put on. So the class is about 90 minutes long. You do about 30 minutes getting comfortable on the stand-up paddleboard. Then you get to a section where you drop your anchor. The instructor is there with you, and then you go through a 60-minute yoga class on the stand-up paddleboard. I'm not a huge fan of yoga, I'm going to be totally honest, but doing it this way on a stand-up paddleboard, I actually loved.
And talk about another level of core work.
By the way, these people are good. These people are, I don't know who you were with, but they're good. You can tell they know what they're doing.
Yeah, and it does increase your level of core work because you're balancing on the board versus being in a gym or in a studio where it's just a flat ground. So I highly recommend checking Yogaqua. They offer classes from Thursday through Sunday here in Mother's Beach, and it's really cool.
A silly question. I'm just wondering, though, maybe you said this and I missed it. you bring your own dog, or do they have dogs for a dog lover? I'm just kind of curious.
You could bring your own dog.
Okay, so those were not like, hey, you can pick from Fido and Genie.
They're props.
That could be. Yeah. We could ask them to add that. Extra cost.
People might be into that, right? They love their dog,
totally.
or borrow a dog for a day.
I know we're gonna get to the kayaking, but did anyone fall in?
No one fell in.
Oh, that's
zero people fell in.
I would have fallen in. I would have been the guy.
And you know what? If you do, it's okay. It's okay. But another thing you could do out of Mother's Beach, there's a company called Pro SUP. SUP stands for Stand-Up Paddleboard Shop, and it's right next to Jamaica Bay Inn. And you can rent kayaks, 1 or 2 person kayaks. You can rent stand-up paddleboards. You take them right from Mother's Beach. And then you can either go on guided tours where you're going through the channels in the marina with a guide, or you can just go on your own. And it is just such a fun way to explore the marina. It's, I would say, a little bit easier than sailing. So if you want something that's not as difficult, I would say rent a kayak or a stand-up paddleboard, go right from Mother's Beach throughout the marina. We actually saw some sea lions both sailing and here while we were kayaking. And what's so crazy is I didn't even know we had sea lions in Marina del Rey. This was the first time I actually saw them while exploring Marina del Rey, so it was really fun.
And by the way, especially when the current or the wind is, again, this is a good workout. People don't realize, especially paddleboarding. All right, let's talk about another water sport that you can participate in there, hydrofoiling.
Yes, hydrofoiling. It is a company called Killer Ocean Adventures. They also own Killer Shrimp and Killer Sushi in Marina del Rey. This is where you stand on basically a surfboard above the water and using motors underneath, you're hydrofoiling and e-foiling through the ocean. This is a new and up-and-coming kind of sport that is becoming really popular. What you do is you go on a boat with the company. They take you to different spots throughout either the marina or in the ocean where the water is, a calmer level. There's not going to be swells. You can try and do it with some waves as well, but you're basically on top of a surfboard gliding over the water. So it's a really cool activity that I still have not been able to do. I was supposed to do it in Marina del Rey, but the swells were too high. Okay. So the company does take safety into consideration. They're not going to let you go out if the swells are too high. But what a fun, cool thing to do. And Marina del Rey has hydrofoiling. In addition to that, you could go jet skiing. You could rent boats. There's so many action water sports to do in Marina del Rey. Like you said, for a weekend as a staycation or even just a daytime activity. Or there's someone falling in.
Oh, that would have been me.
But yeah, so that's hydrofoiling. It's a really cool activity to try there.
All right, let's talk about places to eat.
Yes,
Favorites?
okay. 3 of my top favorites. Salt at the Marina del Rey Hotel. The Marina del Rey Hotel just kind of redid a lot of their outdoors. This is the pool, this is the food. Really good farm to table. There's seafood, there's meat, there's American pub style food. But the outdoors is totally retrofitted. It's such a vibe. I felt like I was either in Miami or Palm Springs. Colorful chairs, colorful awnings, and beautiful views of the marina. So this is Salt at the Marina del Rey Hotel. The pool is incredible, so get some food, go to the pool, enjoy an afternoon at Salt. Another one is Brizo. This is the short rib I had there. My friend Kelly got this salmon. Good surf and turf options. Brizo is at the Courtyard Residence Inn. The view of the balcony, there's this long balcony that you have on the entire outside, is a gorgeous nightscape view of the marina. So you have all these tables lining up on the patio where you have this kind of skyline of Marina del Rey, and at night it is fantastic and beautiful. And then Dear Jane, if you want seafood, Dear Jane's is an incredible restaurant. It's kind of an homage to like 60s, 70s, 80s classic seafood restaurants. Surf and turf options. You have everything from jumbo prawn to steak to lobster. Indoors is this regal kind of retro feel. I felt like I was at a speakeasy. It's a split level kind of layout and building, and it was such a delicious dinner. The service was impeccable. The vibe was very retro, and we had such a good dinner at Dear Jane's. So those are 3 of my top spots in Marina del Rey.
Very good.
Absolutely love that. Okay. You are about to nail. This is where my wife and I go for our staycation, where you're about to mention right now.
Okay.
Places to stay, because I see the list, and one of them is where we go. We stay on the club level.
All right, the Ritz-Carlton.
Fancy people.
No, it's not.
Yes, very fancy.
Hey, but Valentine's Day right around the corner. These are great ideas for a one-night getaway.
These 2 spots would be great for Valentine's Day, right here in Marina del Rey for people that live in Southern California. The Ritz-Carlton of Marina del Rey. Let's take a look at this beautiful suite. The Ritz-Carlton is luxury at its finest. Spacious rooms, beautiful amenities. You know, this is one of the suites. My favorite part about the Ritz-Carlton, hands down, is the view of the water. This Ritz-Carlton, the Ritz-Carlton here in Marina del Rey, it is the closest in the entire hotel chain in the US to the water. You are right on the water. The balcony views are incredible. I absolutely loved the Ritz-Carlton in terms of the rooms. Beyond just the rooms, there's so much more. There's a beautiful pool that you have access to the pool outdoors, and it's right a heated saltwater pool. You have gorgeous whirlpool views of the marina. There's also a Cast and Plow restaurant. If you want to have good dining, the Cast and Plow restaurant at the Ritz-Carlton is delicious food. Again, farm to table, incredible, delicious foods and views at the Cast and Plow restaurant. This is the Cast and Plow restaurant. Again, all these restaurants, you can't go wrong. All of these restaurants, the views are insane. Every single restaurant you can eat at Marina del Rey that's on the water, the views are insane. Here's delicious food that we had. The truffle pasta was amazing. The burgers were great. Also, they have the Sicily Spa, which is a full-service spa. There's a meditation room, a co-ed area where you can go in and relax. They have full-service spa facilities, so you can get a great massage, you can get a facial. There's also eucalyptus steam rooms. And then this is the Jamaica Bay Inn. The Jamaica Bay Inn is part of the Hilton chain. This is another staycation option. They just redid all of their rooms, so they kind of renovated the space. Again, the views here, this is different. This is Mother's Beach, where we talked about earlier.
To the sand.
Right away, you can walk onto the sand. All of those action water sports that we talked about, you could walk and do them from Mother's Beach from here at the Jamaica Bay Inn. It's an incredible hotel right on Mother's Beach. And beyond that, they have Beachside, which is a gorgeous restaurant and bar. And the view, again, you can go there for brunch. I actually go there for brunch with my friends on Sundays. It's a good Sunday fun day option. Or here's just the view. Mother's Beach, Marina del Rey, good food, good brunch options, good farm to table, all these local ingredients at all these different restaurants, delicious food. The Jamaica Bay Inn is another great option for staycations.
Fantastic.
Nice, man. I love everything you just, I mean, that's my staycation spot there in Santa Barbara, so I'm glad that you're sharing it with everybody, because it's you do feel like you're a world away, even though you're right in LA.
It felt like I was completely in a different world, but it was 10 minutes from where I live.
Exactly.
Yeah. Easy. All right, you can follow Justice Travels by visiting his website, justinwelter.com, or on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, ATW Justin. Thank you, Justin.